We gather here today to pay our respects to a friend you all know very well, the internet. It's dead. Or it's at least dying at an alarmingly fast rate. And this is in part thanks to a little thing called AI. Yeah. Although it's relatively new, it's completely taken over the internet, particularly so in the past few months. Websites are constantly shoving AI in our faces, people are being laid off in favor of AI, creatives at all fronts are at risk, and I'm not sure if it's going to stop. I know AI has been talked about a lot recently, but I just wanted to offer my opinion and bring more awareness to it, because the potential ramifications if this goes unchecked are terrifying. I've briefly touched on this topic before, but I wanted to talk more in depth about AI. Specifically generative AI, because there is a difference between the two. Regular AI is technology that uses rules that someone programmed into it to improve tasks. Think of Siri or Google's search algorithm. Or at least they were. While generative AI makes new things by combining actual human-made things into a pile of horrification. It's nigh impossible to have not seen AI images quickly infecting the entire internet over the past little while, and it's shocking how many people don't seem to notice or even care. Facebook is overrun with AI-generated images, there's endless meaningless AI replies under hit tweets on Twitter, random unsettling reels on Instagram, entire AI videos on YouTube, and who knows what else. The dead internet theory is looking a lot less like a theory. Every website also has their own version of Gen AI sloppily integrated into it for whatever reason. It's so odd to me that AI is being forced by every single tech company ever. And for what? Why do I need AI on my YouTube studio to generate an empty response to a comment? Who is this for? Why even be a YouTuber if you can't even produce a human written reply to one of your supporters? There's even an ability to generate AI thumbnails and scripts, which is wild for a website dedicated to artists and creators. It's mind-blowing that these companies are so okay with using Gen AI, but also not super surprising at the same time. It's just disappointing. And it's not even perfected yet. None of this is even close to being perfect, with constant misinformation being spread. But as soon as companies saw an opportunity to use AI for more clicks on their website, the floodgates flew wide open. Nothing on the internet is safe, with nearly 200,000 YouTube videos being trained on AI. Apparently, over half of all sentences on the internet have been run through AI models. Half of all sentences. Seriously? And now AI is even being trained on itself. When will it end? And it's not just going to stay on social media. Something that happened not too long ago where AI forced its way between artists in the real world was the Pokemon TCG illustration contest just last year. People could draw certain Pokemon for a chance to be featured on cards and to win cash prizes. However, there were several entries that seemed off. They seemed weirdly glossy with mistakes that a human wouldn't make, and they were all under a name that was slightly different with each new submission to bypass the entry limit. People did some investigating, and it turns out that these entries were in fact AI, in an official art competition. Are you kidding me? I thank the Lord that Pokemon actually disqualified these AI submissions, but this is already a big stepping stone into how Gen AI is hurting artists in the real world. And even while I was writing this script, it came out that there was AI concept art on the Sonic 3 movie. Why? How do you even get employed as an artist but you don't make art? Like, what is your resume? Think of the millions of concept artists who would have loved to create for this movie, yet Gen AI was used instead. Or what about the people who are actively getting fired and losing their jobs because an AI can do it faster and for free? Of course, if you're running a business, it's important to keep costs down and use your resources efficiently, but on the other hand, what about all the people that got laid off? Artists, game devs, writers, musicians, allegedly, are all being replaced. I hated how undervalued artists were before AI, but now, this is unbelievable. According to a survey taken by 300 CEOs in the gaming industry, around 90% of video game companies are using generative AI. When did this become acceptable? And I've barely even mentioned all the privacy issues that come with AI. Apart from your data being stolen and trained on, there's also deepfakes in AI images and videos. Heck, even voice recordings of people doing incriminating things for anyone to freely generate. Celebrities, children, friends, family, or even you. This is horrible. This needs to stop. You think we should put some kind of regulation on this? Nah, what could go wrong? Did you know that training ChatGPT-3 takes the same amount of power to run houses for an entire year? But not just 1, 2, or even 50. 130. 130 houses. You would need to watch 182 years of Netflix to train ChatGPT-3. AI also needs a lot of water to cool their systems. It's projected that the AI demand will require 4.2 to 6.6 billion cubic meters of water withdrawal by 2027. To put it into perspective, that's more than the amount of water that Denmark, an entire country, uses in a year. Maybe we should give some water to any of the 2 billion people that don't have fresh water. Actually, no, I'm sure the Candle AI needs it more. Oh wait, that's an actual thing. Okay, remember how I said that AI isn't perfected yet? I lied. It's getting a lot better really fast. It feels like every day is a decade of advancement for AI. Look at this. This is the progression of AI videos in only 2 years. Sure, not too long ago, most people could differentiate AI images from real ones, but now it's getting so advanced that I can't even tell anymore. What's real? So, out of these faces, which ones look like AI to you? Well, guess what? They're all AI. Are you ready to play detective with every single image on the internet? The old internet was so charming. Communities of people who created new things, new websites to explore, and starting my lifelong passions were from the internet. Now you don't even know if you're having a conversation with someone who has a pulse or not. It's just sad to see how far the internet has fallen. And it can't just be nostalgia. Everything just seems like a muddled mess of pixels that doesn't mean anything anymore. And the thing is, no one seems to even care. Other than artists or creators on the internet that I've seen talking about it, nobody seems to care at all that the internet is being completely overrun by AI. Everyone is so okay with this. Am I going insane? This streamer doesn't even exist. This is completely AI generated. That's a huge problem. It's not that deep. What can we do? How about respecting yourself enough to not use Gen AI and realizing the long-term, potentially really harmful effects of this technology? It's not just a tool either, because Gen AI just does everything for you. There's no effort that anyone has to give when using AI. I get sick to my stomach every single time I see an AI slop account with thousands of followers, knowing that there are millions of actual undiscovered artists who are trying their best to just do what they love, but nonetheless getting run over by AI. There was a great quote from an author that you've probably seen before that reads, "I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so that I can do art and writing, not for AI to do my art and writing so that I can do my laundry and dishes." And this really encapsulates the whole AI thing for me. Instead of companies finding ways for AI to at least help out with inefficient and monotonous tasks, they're invading the actual exciting part of living and being a human: art. And if this keeps advancing, then what's even the point of humans at all? If we keep trying to artificially advance our evolution and make things quote-unquote better, we'll just be phased out entirely, because we're not perfect. That's our whole thing. We're not perfect, we make mistakes, but that's the beauty in our lives. If we just try to engineer our ways out of creativity, then what's even the point? I don't know anymore. How many potential artists are never going to become artists because they see AI as a quick and easier way to generate something? I get it. ChatGPT is easy. It's so easy to type in a prompt and get something immediately, especially when it takes time and resources to work on something. But is the ease of making something in a second really worth tearing down our artistic history? Has no one any self-respect to make their own things? The cost in this is our critical thinking and humanity. Sure, you can generate all day and save time, but you don't feel like you did anything in the end. It's just such a dangerous slope. Yeah, we want to be more efficient, but at what cost? Why are we focusing on being more efficient with what actually makes us unique? Maybe trying to integrate technology into every aspect of our lives isn't an awesome idea. I can't help but feel that there's been a lot of things that warn us about this. At what point is someone going to step in and end this? Who even could? I don't really want to be pessimistic, but I'm not sure how to articulate it in any other way. The invention of the internet, something that seemed so exciting, has been run into the ground, being reduced to a mere distraction. It used to just be people. Passionate people who enjoyed whatever they made rather than trying to commercialize it. There's just so much noise. It's always noisy all the time, but nothing is being said. Most videos are talking about how bad AI is, yet it's still going. These brain-dead tech bros will keep using it, and these companies won't stop because we're just viewed as products for them to buy now. Our attention is their income. I'm just racking my brain at how this will all end. Now, I'm not here to stand in the way of progress. Not like I could stop much anyway. Progress is important, and all of our conveniences that we have every single day are thanks to progress. The fact that I can even make this video and the fact that you're watching it is thanks to progress. All I'm asking is for us to just think about it real hard, you know? AI on its own can be used as a tool to help people, but generative AI is going in the exact opposite direction. Over the past while, you've probably noticed that the internet has been becoming less and less alive, and AI is definitely speeding up this process. But on a lighter note, I know that there will always be artists. There will always be people out there like me and you who don't care about taking the easy way out when creating something. People who value their own humanity over using a machine for quick, instant gratification. It's just depressing seeing so many people who don't think that way. Just be aware. Tell other people who inquire about it. Make your own things. Don't take the easy way out. Don't succumb to the tech bros and make your own art. Whatever form that is, just make it. Devote your time to things that matter. It's your most valuable resource. Try, as hard as it is, to disconnect every once in a while. Yeah, it's really disheartening, disappointing, and demotivating that everyone who has power in the world, it seems, doesn't care about using AI for art. But don't give up. Don't let them win. Continue to create. We need more artists joining together, and we might be able to overcome this.